downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for two. Now it's Jackson eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson, he uncorks it for Snead. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. He can run for it, and he will. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's going to go up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create head.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A pass complete here to Conley. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the draw, here's Blue. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coach.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Carr on the coverage there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Foles into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. After the interception, here's Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And now out come the Jags. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Foles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go draw here. Blue. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Jones on the return.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.